Hi everyone, welcome back. In this lecture, we are going to learn an important concept in Python OOP, abstract classes. This is a powerful idea, and once you understand it, you will write cleaner, safer, and more structured code. Let's begin with a simple question. What is an abstract class? An abstract class is like a blueprint. It defines what should be done, but not how it should be done. Imagine you are designing a drawing app. Every shape, like a rectangle, a circle, or a triangle, should have an area method. But we can't calculate the area of a generic shape because we don't know its size or type. So instead of writing one fixed version of area, we say every shape must have an area method, but each shape will define its own logic. This is exactly what abstract classes allow us to do. They define the structure but force child classes to complete the behavior. So in simple terms, an abstract class has abstract methods with no body, no logic. These methods are only declared, not implemented. Let's now define it clearly. An abstract class is a class that cannot be instantiated on its own. It's designed to be inherited from and completed by child classes. And an abstract method is a method that has no implementation in the base class. Its job is to act as a placeholder, a rule for child classes to fill in. Now let's understand the technical side. In Python, to create abstract classes, we use a built-in module called ABC. That stands for Abstract Base Classes. Let's now open PyCharm and walk through a complete example. Right-click on your folder. Choose new, then Python file. Let's name it abstract_class_demo. We start by importing the required tools. Let's type from OBC import ABC abstract method. Here, ABC is the base class for creating abstract classes, and abstract method is a decorator used to mark methods as abstract. Let's now define a base class called vehicle. We type class vehicle open parenthesis ABC close parenthesis colon. This means vehicle is a class that inherits from ABC, which turns it into an abstract class. Now let's define two methods, but without writing any real logic inside. We type @abstract method def start open parenthesis self close parenthesis colon. Pass. Then again @abstract method def stop open parenthesis self close parenthesis colon. Pass. So we have defined two abstract methods, start and stop. They don't do anything yet. No logic here because this is just a placeholder. Any class that inherits from vehicle must implement both of these methods. Let's now create a class for car. Let's type class car open parenthesis vehicle close parenthesis colon. This means car is inheriting from the abstract class vehicle, so it must provide its own version of start and stop. Let's now implement those methods. We type def start open parenthesis self close parenthesis colon. Print within quotes car is starting with ignition. Then def stop open parenthesis self close parenthesis colon. Print within quotes car is stopping with brakes. Perfect. Let's now create another class for bike. We type class bike open parenthesis vehicle close parenthesis colon. Then def start open parenthesis self close parenthesis colon. Print within quotes bike is starting with a kick. Def stop open parenthesis self close parenthesis colon. Print within quotes bike is stopping with handbrakes. Now we have created two child classes, car and bike, both of which inherit from vehicle and implement the abstract methods. Let's now create some objects and see what happens. We type car1 equals car open and close parenthesis. Bike1 equals bike open and close parenthesis. Now call the methods. Let's type car1 dot start open and close parenthesis. car1 dot stop open and close parenthesis. Next, call the bike methods. Bike1.start, open and close parenthesis. Bike1.stop, open and close parenthesis. Let's run the program. You can see the output. Car is starting with ignition, car is stopping with brakes, bike is starting with a kick, bike is stopping with hand brakes. That's exactly what we expected. Each object follows the structure of the base class but behaves differently based on its own implementation. Let's now see what happens if we try to create an object from vehicle directly. We type v equals vehicle open and close parenthesis. Let's run it. We get an error. Type error. Can't instantiate abstract class vehicle with abstract methods start and stop. So yes, Python prevents you from creating objects from abstract classes. That's exactly the rule. Let's now recap what we've learned about abstract classes. An abstract class is a blueprint for other classes. It defines methods but doesn't implement them. We use the ABC module to create abstract classes. We import ABC and use it as a base. We mark abstract methods using the abstract method decorator. You can't create objects from an abstract class directly. Any class that inherits from it must provide the full implementation. This is super useful when you want to enforce structure but leave flexibility for child classes to define their own logic. So anytime you are working with multiple related classes and you want them all to follow a common interface, abstract classes are the perfect solution. Let's now explore something even more interesting. An abstract class in Python doesn't have to contain only abstract methods. You can also define regular methods in an abstract class with full logic inside them. This allows you to mix both abstract and concrete behavior, which is incredibly helpful in real-world applications. Let's go into PyCharm and understand this with a quick update to our existing code. We already have an abstract class called vehicle with two abstract methods, start and stop. Let's now add a new method inside the vehicle class and give it real behavior. Just below the abstract methods, we type def keyword followed by the method name fuel_capacity and within parentheses pass self then colon. Next, print within double quotes every vehicle has a fuel capacity. So what does this mean? This is a normal method. It's not decorated with an abstract method and it contains actual logic. This method will now be inherited automatically by all child classes unless they choose to override it. Let's now go to the car class. We'll call this new method inside the start method. Inside car's start method, we add self.fuel_capacity just below the print line. Let's do the same thing inside the bike class. Just below the print line in the start method, we type self.fuel_capacity. Let's run the program now. We get car is starting with ignition. Every vehicle has a fuel capacity. Car is stopping with brakes. Bike is starting with a kick. Every vehicle has a fuel capacity. Bike is stopping with hand brakes. Amazing. So both the car and the bike objects are using the common method defined in the abstract base class. This is very powerful. It lets you define behavior once in the base class so that all subclasses can inherit it without writing the same code again. And at the same time, you can force child classes to define specific logic like start and stop. So the takeaway is this: an abstract class can contain both abstract methods which are meant to be overridden and concrete methods which contain reusable logic. This flexibility allows you to write clean, maintainable and reusable object-oriented code. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.